Hey boys and girls, Mr. D here. In this video we're going to take a look at how to use an inequality to solve some real-life math problems. You guys often refer to them as the dreaded word problems. Alright, so we're here using this as part of our Chapter 3 review. Take a look here at the first problem. These are the problems that were given to you guys in the back of your review packet. So if we take a look here just so we can give you an answer key here. Suppose you are working for a trucking company. Your job is to load a truck with at least 5,000 pounds of freight. You have loaded 2,395 pounds of freight, but you have to unload 50 pounds that was loaded by mistake. Write and solve an inequality to find how many more pounds you need to load. Well, we can start off with this. We know we need to load up at least 5,000. Okay, so there's our at least 5,000. All right, now they're telling us we already loaded up 2,395. So 2,395 is what's on there already. We do have to unload 50. Then we still have to add on some other amount that we just don't know yet, but that's what we're going to have to figure out. So there's our equation. Okay. Here's our, or I should say, our inequality to start with. All right. And then let's go through and let's solve it. All right. The first thing, again, we want to get x all by itself. So let's combine our like terms here. We get 2345 plus x. Okay. I still got to get x alone, so let's subtract 2345 from both sides. All right, take away 2345. Whatever you do to one side, you got to do to the other. Okay. All right, and then once we do that, we got x remains on the left side, greater than or equal to, and if we subtract here, we should get 2,655. Yeah, no, 55 and 45 will bring you up to 2,400, etc. there. Okay, if we were to put this on a number line, it would look something like this. My arrows on there. All right, so we have to still load just over 2,600 pounds. So let's see if we did this. 0, make this 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000. All right, and is this going to be an open circle or a closed circle here? That's right, it's going to be closed. It's going to be colored in. Okay. And we got to be bigger than this number. So we can add any of these numbers out here. Okay, let's take a look at the next problem I gave you. The Art Club is sponsoring 4 art shows. They hope the average attendance for the 4 shows will be between 100 and 120 inclusive. That means we're going to include those numbers. Attendance for the first 3 shows is 100, 105, and 91. What possible attendance numbers for the 4th show will allow them to reach their goal? Again, their goal is have the average between 100 and 120. So we could set up an inequality. We know at minimum we want our average to be 100. That's the minimum, okay? And then the inclusive means I include the 100, okay? The max that we want it to be is 120. And we're talking about average attendance. So again, to find an average, we add up all the items in the group and divide by that number of items. We've already had 3 shows, but we're going to have 4 shows in total. So we're going to have 4 shows in total. We got to add up the attendance of all 4 shows to get the average. Well, we got 100 plus 105 plus 91. And our 4th show, which didn't take place yet, that's our variable. We don't know how much our attendance is there yet. That's the x. Okay, so all those 4th items divided by 4, that gives us the average. And we want the average to be between 100 and 120. So now let's solve for our variable. Okay, first thing I would do here is let's multiply everything by 4 here. So again, we can make our 2 equations like we've been doing in class. Okay, and we can multiply it by 4 here. Right over here. And if you multiply this side by 4, 4's cancel out. And so the 4's cancel out here. And then on the left side, we've got 4 times 100, which is 400. Okay. Over here, let's add these up. Let's combine our like terms. So we get 205, 206, 296 plus x. All right, and then from here, we're just going to subtract 296 from both sides. And so, x has to be greater than or equal to 104. That's got to be our minimum. X has to be at least this number. All right, if we want to check out our other side of our equation here, and same thing. So we end up with 296 plus x divided by 4 is less than or equal to 120. So what I did there, just to save me some writing here, I just combined these like terms to make 296, which we already did there. Okay, so first step I would do here is, again, trying to get x all alone. Let's multiply by 4. Let's get rid of that denominator. Multiply both sides by 4. Okay, 296 plus x over 4. There's our inequality. Okay, the 4 over 4 is 1, so we're left with 296 plus x. Oh, here's my 4 over here. Running out of room there, guys. Sorry. All right, so 296 plus x. Well, right, 296 plus x less than or equal to 480. And from here, we would just, that's a positive. From here, we'll subtract 296. Right, and you get x is less than or equal to 184. If I subtract 296 here. 184. So, there's our answers right there. X has to be bigger. In order for us to reach our average attendance of at least 100, but no more than 120, x has to be bigger than 104, but less than 184. If we put that together, let me extend that page here. Perfect. All right, so if we want to put our final answer here, all right, 104 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 184. Okay, so the attendance for our last show has to be between 104 and 184 for us to reach that average that we wanted, okay? All right, last one here. The speed limit on a road is 55 miles an hour. Police officer is using a radar device to monitor speed. He allows people to exceed the speed limit by 5 miles or drive under the limit by 10 miles per hour without giving them a ticket. Right, a compound inequality representing the speed in which the drivers can travel without just getting a ticket. So start off looking for the speed in which you can travel. Okay, that's our x. Okay. Now x can vary from 55 to be 5 greater, or it can be less than 10 from 55. 10 below or 5 above. Okay, this is our speed. This is where they're basing it off of, right? So if we just take this and we add 55 to both sides, I give it to all three parts if we write it this way. Okay, then if you look, we got x remains in the middle. 5 plus 55 is 60. 55 minus 10 is 45. And so if you look, it's saying, hey, you could do 5 miles over 55, which is 60. You could do 10 miles an hour below, which is 45. And that's it. So hopefully that helps you guys out. If you have questions, come see me in the morning. Thank you very much, guys. See you.